She showed up at my office doorway. The woman who once felt like home. Her hair flawless, her smile rehearsed, her eyes flickering with something that almost resembled fear. "Can we talk?" she murmured. 2 weeks of silence had reshaped her voice into something unrecognizable. I watched her from behind my desk, the glow of my monitor reflecting the empty distance between us. Her perfume arrived a second before her words did, the very same scent she wore the night she told me. "From now on, I decide when we spend time together. Stop bothering me." So I obeyed. Not a text. Not a call. Nothing. Clean, sharp, surgical silence until now. She stood there waiting for a reaction I had no intention of giving. I motioned toward the chair across from me. She sat, crossing her legs as if she still held the upper hand. But she didn't. It began with distance, a slow, intentional fade. She claimed she needed space, time to think, to breathe, to feel like herself again. But space has gravity, and hers drew her someplace else. The clues were small. Delayed messages. New passwords. Forced laughter wrapped in tension. Her phone always faced down. Those long bathroom breaks. And then one night, as she scrolled beside me, a notification flashed for half a second before she turned the screen away. A name I didn't know. A smile I recognized. I didn't question her. I simply watched the light drain from her eyes each time she looked at me. When she finally said, "Stop bothering me," it wasn't anger. It was dismissal, cold, sharp, final. I understood. I wasn't a partner anymore. I was a routine she'd grown bored of breaking. So I stopped reaching out. Stopped asking. Stopped checking. Stopped existing in her world. Silence became my mirror. It revealed everything her mouth never dared say. She mistook it for surrender. Thought I was fading into the background. But I was watching, quietly, precisely. A forgotten iCloud sync, a mirrored backup, an old shared calendar she once used for anniversary reminders. That's where I found him. Just one letter R beside her dinner plans, hotel check-ins, late-night meetings followed by, "Don't wait up." Every lie had a location. Every secret left a trace. I didn't confront her. I let her pattern continue, untouched. She still smiled at me in passing, still texted when she needed something. But her voice, her touch, her presence, all of it belonged somewhere else now. And I watched her crumble under the weight of her own pretense, because silence does that. It echoes guilt louder than any accusation. The truth appeared in pixels. 2 faces frozen in smug confidence, a photo she uploaded to a private folder she'd forgotten still existed. Her hand on his chest. His wedding ring catching the light. I printed one copy. Slipped it into a blank envelope. No note. No name. That night, we sat across from each other in the kitchen. The silence felt almost kind. I pushed the envelope toward her. She frowned. "What's this?" I didn't respond. She opened it. Her eyes widened, shock, panic, then frantic calculation as she tried to assemble a story. She began talking about mistakes, loneliness, accidents. I asked just one question. "How long?" She didn't answer. She didn't need to. The next morning, she woke to an empty half of the closet. The apartment looked unchanged except for the things that were mine, and the things that were hers that weren't. Her car was gone too. So was her access to the accounts, cards, shared logins. Silence returned. This time, it belonged to her. Later that week, an email from HR arrived. She'd shown up at my office, desperate to talk. They told her I wasn't available. She waited in the lobby for 3 hours. When she finally found me, the same moment she stood trembling beside my desk, I looked at her like a stranger who'd wandered into the wrong life. "I miss you," she whispered. Her eyes shimmered with something that resembled regret. I leaned back, steady, detached. "I know," I replied. She waited for more. But there was nothing left to offer. I had already said everything by saying nothing. 2 weeks of silence had become freedom. Her absence no longer felt like a void, it felt like clarity. I discovered control isn't about speaking louder. It's about listening to what the quiet exposes. She taught me that love, once corrupted, becomes a quiet battlefield. But she forgot I was willing to fight it differently, patiently. Now she wanders through the wreckage of her own choices, searching for echoes of the man she once silenced. And I'm gone. Sometimes I remember her last command. Stop bothering me. I smile. I never did again.